all of these different guys. You got McGrady, but I'm changing his name to the Blueprint because he is what McGrady, Bryant, and Carter. He's all these guys rolled in one. That's Michael Jordan. If he's still not what he was, to me, he's still the closest one.
Thank you, Craig. It is opening night in the NBA. We're at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks. And for the Wizards tonight, Michael Jordan, Christian Laettner, Jahidi White, Courtney Alexander, and Rip Hamilton. For the New York Knicks, Latrell Sprewell, Kurt Thomas, taking the place of the now retired Larry Johnson. Felton Spencer taking the place of the injured Marcus Camby, Allen Houston, and Mark Jackson. The officials tonight here inside the Garden for this historic game, Steve Jamby, whose dad was a longtime NFL referee, Mark Wunderlich, and Derek Richardson. The Washington Wizards, who a season ago without Michael Jordan were 19-63, and the New York Knicks, who a season ago were 48-34, but lost in the first round of the playoffs to the Toronto Raptors. And the NBA season is underway. Jackson, guarded by Jordan, intercepted by White, and out to Michael. And Jackson in his way. His first shot tonight. And a rebound by Hamilton.
Box out better than that. I mean, if you don't have your best rebounder in the game, that's a bad sign. Everybody went to the glass. Nobody touched anybody.
Michael Jordan takes it inside for his first two.
I think that's a key for Michael.
Well, mark it down. At the 10:28 mark of the first quarter, Michael Jordan puts in his first 2 points.
Well, they're forcing him left to the middle, and no help is there. No help at the basket. Like you say, Marcus Camby would have swatted that. Because of his aggressiveness, they probably would like him coming off the bench versus starting.
Jordan with a series of fakes and throws up an air ball. And Jordan has started the game 1 of 3. Alexander with the miss. Jackson throws it away and picked up by Jordan. With 2 of the Jackson misses the inside. So Jordan has 1 steal, but he couldn't cash in at the other end.
Great anticipation, like Coach said. As he goes down the basket, this is where we got to see that Michael Jordan, he would have always finished this, and I think as the year goes along, he'll get stronger. Team him out on the perimeter. I'm surprised they didn't switch better than that and just give him the open shot. But they will double team him if he gets down on the block.
Both teams shooting below 40 percentile so far to begin the game. And Michael Jordan picks up his first foul.
As you said, Dan, it's all right to make him a jump shooter, but you better not make him a free.
At least to get the ball down that low, they've got to come quicker and help him like they're doing with Michael.
Jordan again brings it down, shakes the defensive free throw, and nails it inside. He's hit 2 in a row.
Be good with this with his team, and nobody else is touching the ball with him.
Heidi White, who played for John Thompson at Georgetown.
Well, right here we got a pick and roll, but it's guard on guard. I mean, that's just an easy switch right there, but they don't switch, and they just let him get the open shot. The next time down the court, they run at him before the pick and roll even starts, and Michael is a great passer and really understands the game. Pass, shoot, knows how to play.
Outside, Jackson to Thomas.
Well, that's where you want him taking the shot. I think that his work
coming out of last year's draft. Jordan, shot clock at 5. Works on Sprewell for 2.
One of the reasons he started the game, because the Knicks guards like to take you inside and jump over you. So they put him in. He's got the court, and he's got to show that he can stop Sprewell from doing that easily, at least. You wonder how long Michael's going to be out there now, though.
Jordan has started 3 of 8. He's got 6.
And right here, this is what you wonder about Michael in transition. He's carrying off all along. He's playing point guard, playing shooting guard, doing a little bit of everything, but that's not the defense I'm accustomed to seeing Michael play.
Everybody weighing in on Michael Jordan, who has again started the game 3 of 8, 6 points. He does have a steal with those 2 assists. Washington has missed their last 6.
But at this point in time, Michael is so competitive, he doesn't need any more picture takers. He needs his guys to get out and play with it.
Hamilton picks up his first.
Who was the assistant coach of the Wizards and was with him with 3 championships in Washington. And he believes that Michael can absolutely be a factor for a series of games. And I remember when he used to be able to dominate for seasons at a time and maybe even a decade.
Yeah, a decade is what I remember.
10 years, you're right. The foul was called Comes out to Whitney, who's got a couple. Into Jordan, picked up by Anderson and by Harrington. And Michael makes it work.
Well, that's the shot he was working on before the game started. He got down on the block and started fading a little.
And Sprewell, New York gets a field goal for the first time in 7 minutes as Jordan tries to take it. And a foul is called. It goes on the New York Knicks, and it's on Harrington for the first time.
Well, Michael does a lot. They call this the pistol play. Michael steps right up there, back picks Mark Jackson, nails him right there. Jackson tries to get the act. Wide open shot for Whitney.
Well, the interesting thing about Michael, when you watch him defensively and offensively, we always think of the flamboyant things that he does, but the guy plays the game so well on the floor that he does so many little insignificant things that go unnoticed.
Missed an offensive rebound, is hauled down by Popeye Jones.
That's terrible on the Knicks' part. I mean, they're absolutely relaxing now.
Harrington the rebound and the Jordan miss. Consecutive game. Anderson for 3, and the Knicks now 1 of 8 shooting 3-point shots tonight.
Well, that's good defense by Washington. They couldn't shoot outside. That's not the Knicks' strength, is their outside shooting. Take away the post-up advantage of Mark Jackson on pitch.
Lead tonight. Jordan has 9. Of course, Mario Lemieux comes back in the NHL for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We've seen a lot of players be revived in their late 30s and find great success.
Well, Roger Clemens, that's a good comparison right there. Roger Clemens is one of the guys that I've been around in my days in Boston that's as competitive as Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and all those guys. He is a great competitor. And Johnson,
And Randy Johnson
on the Diamondbacks, 38 years old, and shutout last night. I never said anything about Patrick Ewing doing anything.
Oh, come on, Patrick Ewing is just fine.
Harrington picked up his second personal foul, and that ball is kicked away for a second time. I guess there was some question when he would come back, would he get the carte blanche treatment from the officials, and so far he's got 2. He's gone 1 of 9 from 3-point territory.
Shandon Anderson is getting wide open shots. I mean, he barely drew rim on that. He's got to knock those shots down.
If you shot the ball like that when you were playing, you would have gotten a wide open shot too.
No question. He said there's a reason he's wide open.
That's by design.
Jordan again, putting it up and over. Shandon Anderson, 11 for Michael Jordan. Sprewell and tagged with his first.
Well, you're talking about a shot of energy. This is the guy that will give you a shot of energy. That's so great about him being out there. His presence, even on his misses, gives you a shot of energy, but he made that.
He's going to sit now, his second rest tonight. Here, the people that have defended him tonight, Sprewell, Anderson, and a little bit of Mark Jackson in there, too, trying to guard the legendary Michael Jordan. Like in his passing.
Yeah, passing is a fundamental that Michael has always learned. Maybe his time he learned that at North Carolina, but great vision, loves to play the game, very unselfish player, even though he shoots the ball a lot. But we even saw him shoot around this morning. I mean, Michael Jordan doing all the fundamentals, and that's where he'll be able to teach the players is in practice and through all the minutes he's
seem to have learned from that experience, and now they're showing a lot more poise, as you indicated.
Foul was called.
Uniform. He had to shed about 35 pounds and polish 3 years of rust. His personal trainer, Tim Grover, is here tonight. I talked to him a few moments ago. He says Michael right now is at about 90%. His jump shot. And surprisingly, the biggest adjustment is flexibility in his right index finger. Remember, he sliced it after that 6th championship on a cigar cutter while celebrating.
He had 6 3-points in that.
I remember. You don't have to remind me. I was on the team. We knew Michael was a great player. Obviously, he could do everything. But 6 threes, we never saw that in him. It seems like every time we played, he did something different.
On the second quarter clock, the time remains. Michael Jordan finishes 5 of 13 from the field with the 3 rebounds, the 4 assists, and the 3 steals. And let's send it over to Craig Sager. Washington led by Michael Jordan's 11 points on top of the New York Knicks by 2. Wizards have led by as many as 11. And here is the night so far for Michael Jordan. Presence on the floor, the leadership, all important facets of what he does so well.
Well, I think when you look at, as they indicated in the studio, the intangible things.
That was the big difference, going from an 11-point lead down to just a 2-point lead. Meanwhile, for the Knicks, Latrell Sprewell has the busy job. Not only does he have to guard Michael Jordan, obviously he'll get some help in the double.
Well, Michael Jordan has been known to get after some things, and that is what he's done so far. In the air, kind of in the air, and on the ground.
Dig in right now on Houston, stay attached to him. If he curls, somebody's going to help him. We can help back. Stay with him and stay now. Come on, guys. Come on now, let's go.
And that's why I think another reason why Michael's stepping out of the suit and putting on his basketball uniform to show that leadership, because they have such horrible habits. You can see it tonight.
Jackson picks up Jordan. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And over Mark Jackson. The second miss in this half by Michael Jordan.
Obvious that the Knicks are pushing the ball. They see the weakness in the Wizards and not getting back quickly. So they're trying to get down and get into very early offense, and it's effective. I like to see Michael try to initiate more offense. So that equal opportunity offense stuff is fine. But this team then is not strong enough.
Well, I think New York's doing him a favor, actually, by traveling.
This is Jordan's 28th visit to the league's most storied arena. He played here last on March 8, 1998. And with Chicago, he scored 42 points, and he was 35, and now 38, making his second comeback. In his first comeback, 1995, after playing some baseball, played here against the Knicks and scored 55 points. This has a very special feeling for him. 13 tonight for Michael Jordan. Rebound by White. Is Jordan tired, Danny?
Well, Jordan has been tired throughout this game. I think after the timeout, he came back with a little freshness, but he has been tired a lot throughout this game. And Jahaidi has got to catch those balls. They're not guarding him on the side. That's the third time Michael's found him. He needs to be a tight end at least.
Well, he's as big as a tight. He's as big as an offensive line, actually.
Watch yourself, man. Watch yourself.
Hey, we'll watch Jahaidi shoot the free throws.
Three guys hitting him, man.
Does anything with it. He's got to learn to catch that ball, shoot, catch, and drive, and make a play. Everyone's standing around and watching him play one-on-one. And every time he gets a good shot every time they go to him.
Jordan against Thomas.
Strain as he is with this team. Not only does he have to use up all his physical energy, mentally in guiding some of these younger players, he's going to be under stress too.
Foul the last 2 or 3 times he's gone to the basket. Maybe that's why he's a little gun shy out there, but I think that he's getting beat up down there.
Well,
within the new rules to help them defensively.
Remember, one of the things that Doug Collins said to us is that
Attracted us because Doug Collins says that would be a huge determining factor in how much Jordan would play per quarter. Jordan last had a field goal in the second quarter with 4:26 to play. So second highest payroll on the NBA, $83 million. As you take a look, some of the emotion, passion of Michael Jordan on his return to the NBA.
Ball, and then it's just stand around and watch that player play.
Michael Jordan has sunk his head a couple times tonight, and he has shown a grimace that you normally don't see on his normally composed face like that.
well, and that's what I'm amused at, all this teacher talk. I'm going to be very interested in finding out how quickly the teacher becomes a tiger. Because I don't think Michael's will sit around too long and be content with not winning basketball games.
Well, and I think that they want to try to find a way to keep the game close, and Michael will turn into Michael in the fourth quarter. It's going to be hard for him to be Michael throughout the course of the game, like we're used to seeing him play, but they got to keep the game close, and that's going to be the difficult part with the...
Around 48 seconds remaining. Well, with Michael in, you can see exactly what they've done, and without him, the staggeringly low numbers of 15 points.
So I thought earlier in the game,
the offensive execution is not good. The defense is ahead of the...
In the second half, he's 0-2 from the field. He's played 9 minutes in the third quarter. He's back in now in the fourth, and you can see what kind of air he has gotten under those Air Jordans tonight.
I love that graphic.
I do too.
Slight air is just the jump shots. Big air is, the drive to the hoop where he gets elevated, and the no air are the free throws. So, although some of the jump
ball specifically this morning, that he has got to help with Michael Jordan. Jordan can't do it by himself. He's got to get help from Courtney Alexander, but he played out 32-year-old Christian Laettner in particular.
Well, what about the confidence right now he's showing in Kwame Brown? Kwame Brown hasn't played the whole second half.
Night for Washington. Charlie Ward is guarding Whitney. That's It's knocked away by the quick hands of Shandon Anderson. Michael Jordan, his first field goal in the second half, and the last one he nailed, 4.5 to play in the second quarter. As many as 11. The Knicks in this game led by as many as 10. Michael Jordan with 17 points, tries to penetrate inside, and he is hacked and fouled by the New York Knicks.
Paycheck doesn't say 18, 19.
Here comes Thomas, pointing inside, finding Anderson, hacked inside. I think Jordan got it. And he did. Michael picks up his third foul.
There's a problem with being the number one pick in this is not playing on this New York team.
Wizards have shot 80% from the field in this fourth quarter after shooting 25% from the field in the third. Nice offensive rebound by Michael Jordan.
I think it is a tribute, definitely, to Brown that Collins has him out there right now. You acquire some great experience and confidence in doing that.
3-second violation. Wizards turnovers tonight. That was Jordan's hand, by the way. Just knocked him in the back of his head.
Well, here's the double team right here. Kwame Brown wide open right there. He's got to take that shot. He's an excellent jump shooter.
Michael Jordan has scored 17. His Wizards lead by 4. Vancouver Grizzlies. Jason Terry. Michael Jordan inside. Can't get it to go. And a rebound by Latrell Sprewell. Michael Jordan tonight, 17 points. And from the floor, 6 of 17. Michael Jordan's second game in the NBA on TNT. Then scoring tonight, the Wizards with 32 points. New York with 16. There's a 9-man threes tonight. He's got 26.
Well, he's a heck of a lot better, Danny, when he's looking to score as opposed to trying to run the offense also.
Jordan with the miss. He is 6 of 8.
Right here, you can see Sprewell looking for help even before he puts it on the ground. Right there, Nesby has Chris Whitney wide open up top with the hot hand, but makes a tough shot anyway.
Popeye Jones just was assessed his 4th personal foul. Give a look at Michael Jordan. I mean, you can just rattle off the things that he has done in his career. As you take a look at the Jordan-airs, the assets around Michael Jordan, young players, except for the 32-year-old Leitner. One of the 50 greatest, of course, Jordan, 6-time champion of the Chicago Bulls, 2 gold medals, 12-time All-Star, 5-time MVP of the NBA. Pretty good career. Yeah.
I tell you what, I wouldn't want this game being this close coming down the line with him out there. If it's nothing but his ghost, it sure scares the heck out of me if I'm the opposing coach.
Well, this is presence. He's always got to make your eyes...
Well, it's no question. He's so familiar with close ball games and knowing what to do.
And with the shoots, now he's got Chris Whitney and Tyrone Nesby out there on the court, the veterans.
There's our own John Thompson. Coach.
And John, I'm sure, gave them a 7% in this fourth quarter. And game 3 with Roger Clemens on the mound and Anderson on the mound tonight. Clemens for the Yankees, Anderson for the Diamondbacks. Tied at 1. Yankees are down 2 games tonight. After Schilling and Randy Johnson having there.
I still don't understand why they're going to let Latrell Sprewell play one-on-one. I guarantee you they won't let Michael play one-on-one.
Jordan has 19 points.
And you see Sprewell's mad. Othello Harrington.
Sprewell, by the way, has offered a 10-point fourth quarter.
They'll be interested to watch Michael.
Off the double, Leitner a screen. Jordan for the lead. Rebound by Kurt Thomas. Jordan tonight 7 of 20 from the floor. And a timeout taken by New York with 1:03 to play. And the Knicks nursing a 1.89-88 lead. The world champions are on deck against the Portland Trailblazers. The Big Night of Basketball on TBS.
We get a stop, we get a score, we win the game. Okay, you guys got it? Yeah. Come on, now let's check. Everybody know where they're supposed to be.
So who do you think he's talking about to take that shot?
Well, I mean, we know Michael's going to have the ball in his hands and try to create offense. He's going to have Whitney, Leitner, or Nesby, but they're going to try to get a quick 2, I believe. Man, so the players really have to make an adjustment to the defense.
Sprewell is on Jordan. Whitney means that Jones and Leitner, regardless, it's intercepted by Kurt Thomas, and then retaken by the Wizards. Michael Jordan. The Whitneys have the hot hand. Wizards down by 3. Jordan for the tie. Rebound by Kurt Thomas. Takes it up for a foul. Jordan's had some open looks. He is Wizards had a 7 of 21 display shooting from the floor tonight. And that's Jordan's signature. Late game big shots.
Well, right there, Michael had the good look for the three, had good rhythm stepping into it. But, you know, one thing as I've observed Michael throughout this game, I just don't think he's got the same, I know he doesn't have the same kind of conditioning. He's going to get better, I think, as the season goes along. But his conditioning is not what it used to be, that's for sure.
Well, and I think that holds true probably for all the players. And we've got to remember that these guys are just coming off of a lot of teaching because you're coming out of exhibition.
He's played 37 minutes tonight, Jordan has.
It's like both teams are tired.
Timeout taken, 16 seconds to play. The Knicks, 93-88 over Jordan's Washington team. Matt Doherty, who played with Michael Jordan on those great North Carolina teams, when Jordan won the national championship.
Coaching's a real distant second, I might add.
Not many things I do agree with, Ames, but I agree with
Hey, there's nothing like playing. I mean, you know, that's playing.
Washington out of timeouts, as you just see, and the personal fouls to give. Whitney for three. And the rebound tapped, volleyballed around, picked up by Harrington off to Jackson, and that should do it.
Timeout.
Washington has no timeout.
The 20-second timeout, which now you can advance the ball to the hash mark.
Ben Collins is taking that timeout right now.
Indiana, and he's lost them all. So if anyone can get some perspective on what it's like to play Jordan and play in a big game, it's Michael Jordan's return to the NBA on his opening night as the Knicks beat the Wizards 9-8 and Michael Jordan. This is Kevin Harlan. We take you to Ernie Johnson and our studios after this commercial word. Then,
Yeah, let's. Michael Jordan and the Wizards at Madison Square Garden. His body looks good. Was his conditioning there, you think, or is he really hurting a little bit?
Well, I don't know if he was hurting a little bit. I mean, you can't really tell. I mean, it's first game of the season. But, the part of the difference is the intensity. Because no matter how hard you play during the preseason, it's not regular season intensity.
I think a lot of things that, I don't know if they were distractions, but you have all of the different elements that went on prior to the game, and he missed this last shot at the buzzer that could have tied it and sent it to overtime. A shot I know he just would have gone down.
John Tubman had a very interesting point in the game. Michael probably had to use so much mental energy, not just physical energy. We scrutinize everything he does during the game. We interview him to death. I mean, he got to get rid of all those interviews and tell us to go to hell.
Let's see if he said that in his post-game comments.
I doubt it.
I felt good tonight. I didn't have any pain or aching at all. Maybe that was why I didn't shoot the ball particularly well, because I wasn't able to shoot the last couple of days. In the fourth quarter, I was just really trying to move the ball ahead of the double team and the triple team at certain times. And early in the game, that worked for us. Guys ripped, and those other guys stepped up and made big shots. And we just could not execute in the fourth quarter.
Studio, just in case you didn't see it earlier tonight, Michael Jordan making his return and having a chance to tie at the Garden late, but his three-pointer would not go. And the Washington Wizards come up a couple of points shy, 93-91. MJ 19 points on 7 out of 21 from the field. Complete highlights of that game, post-game sound, and the insights of Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith after the game on Inside the NBA.